Hey everyone, just wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of how to start the man on the moon or man in the moon vector activity. So this is sort of like a uh, more more grown up as I called it, more grown up connect the dots. Um, and I just wanted to show you pretty much how to get started in terms of how to use a protractor and how this activity should work. So as you can see on my on your guys' left, here's a little document camera, so you can see me drawing and using all the tools. And on the right is are the first ten steps to each of them. So when you are uh, starting this activity, it says to go to 610. So start on 610, and it says with a magnitude of root 10 and a direction of 161.57. So how are we going to do that? Well, whenever you are using your protractor and whenever you are drawing vectors, you want to um, yeah, I locked the autofocus there. You want to keep the paper in the same orientation, so keep it always going this way, and keep your protractor in the same orientation. Whether it's a 180, you can flip it around to do a 360, but we'll get to that in a second. So we want the direction to be 161.57. So what we're going to do is we see that over here is around 160. So 161 will be a little bit bigger than that. And it's the same as 20 degrees on the other side. So we're going to draw a little mark. And we know that from here to our mark is going to be the angle 160 degrees from the starting point, because remember the starting point always points due east, due right. So what we're going to then do is you can either take your protractor, I have myself a straight edge ruler, and we are going to draw a line of magnitude three blocks. So here's our unit. Our unit is a block. Each block happens to measure um, half a centimeter. So each block is half a centimeter. So if you wanted to do, if you wanted to convert this to get it into centimeters and to be able to draw your line from there, that is a great solution as well. So if you want to go and do uh, calculator, and we're going to do um, I'll use the Desmos scientific calculator because I like that a lot better than the original Google one. So we're going to do square root of the unit was um, root 10. So we're going to go root 10. So sorry, let me bring this over. So root 10, which is 3.16, and then we're going to multiply that um, by 0.5, and that'll tell us how many centimeters there are in there. So if we go around 1.6 centimeters, and we are going to pretty much create a line of length 1.6 centimeters. connecting the dots. So there's 1 and 1.6. So we're stopping there. Now, that is our next spot. So we're going to continue to, we're going to continue step 2 with our magnitude of 3 this time. So this was a direction of 161.57 degrees, approximately, with a magnitude of root 10. So it's approximately 3.2 blocks wide. We know that our block is half a centimeter, or approximately 1.6 centimeters long. So now it says we want a length of magnitude 3 and a direction of 180. So we're going to start the same place, and we want our 180 to be all the way on this side, all the way on this side, so we can make a little mark where that's going to be 180. And then magnitude 3 means we will be going 3 blocks over. And I'm going to just estimate 3 blocks over. I could also do 1.5 centimeters if I wanted to as well. But connecting the dots, because you're connecting the dot from this side to this side, it'll get you from there. So that's 2. Then we get to a little bit of a tricky part with numbers 3 through 10, because as you can see, this protractor only goes up to 180. So we're starting at 0, we go all the way up to 180, but we need to get to 201 with magnitude root 29. So if you want 201, well, that's just going to be 180. And to get to 201 means we need an extra 21.8 degrees. So how are we going to get that 21.8 degrees? Well, we're just going to quite simply flip our protractor around and line it up at the same place. So still nice and orientated correctly, but this time we're going to start at 0, it goes all the way up to 180, and then we're going to add on the difference of around 21. So 21 gets us to about there. And then we want that's going to be our angle of 201. But now we want a magnitude of root 29. So magnitude of root 29 is going to be around 5.4, I believe. So we could estimate the length of 5.4 blocks, but we know that the length of each block is 0.5 centimeters. So let's just quickly go over into the calculator and do clear, and we'll do 0.5 centimeters times the square root of our 29, which gives us around 2.7 centimeters. So our length is going to be 2.7 centimeters. So take our ruler, connect the dots, because we're starting here. We're going to end there, and then connect out 2.7. So that's our third spot. So I am going to cut the audio, just because the rest is just going to be me repeating up to 10. I won't be able to fast forward because I don't have that ability. Uh, but just wanted to let you know that I'll just be repeating the process to show you what it should look like after 10 steps. So feel free to follow along. Feel free to increase the speed to double or 1.5, but I will be continuing on each time and you'll be able to see my work. So I'll come back to you in a bit. All right. So 225 is All right, so that was a little bit of just a little bit of an overview of how this should look. I was double checking my work just because I was wondering why it came off the page. Um, but until I complete it, and until you guys complete it, you won't be able to figure out where that issue came in, if there's an issue at all. So it's sort of these things of, okay, let's try to figure it all out in the end, but you sort of have to wait until the end to continue going. But as long as I see some good effort and some good process, that's definitely what I'll be looking on. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.